Okay, so time to have that deeper conversation around local search. First and foremost, I told you guys in the very beginning of the course overview that the way I like to structure my presentations, pitches, conversations, anything, is I like to break it down to areas that impact the conversation the most. So in this case, we're trying to figure out what will impact your rankings. And the way we've structured this entire course is what are the areas that most impact your rankings. And so I want to just give you guys that quick overview on those local ranking factors, because that's what's going to essentially drive the rest of this course. And I really want to start having that deeper conversation with all of you around those particular factors. So there's this company called Moz. For all those advanced folks out there, you know what I'm talking about. Moz I would consider to be the authority on this world of search. They also have a software that I use pretty extensively. There's other SEO software pieces that I use, but for the purposes of this conversation, they put out so much content. They are the leader in content around SEO. So it's local SEO, content, social media. They're the leader. And they essentially surveyed, I think, roughly about 1,000 professionals and what we consider to be the most critical factors that will impact a client's rankings. And so we looked at all of our clients and gave our search results, and this is what was produced from that survey essentially. So this, if you kind of look at this color wheel and you look at these different categories, these are the things that will impact your rankings in local SEO. So the very first and foremost, in my judgment, is in fact my business signals. So that's about 14.7% correlation. This is not causal. We're not saying that, that's absolutely the biggest factor, but we have a certain level of confidence that this has a pretty significant impact on your rankings. So what categories you're located in, the keyword that might be in your business title, the proximity. Remember when I was doing that search on bankruptcy lawyers, proximity was important. Proximity of the business to where that person is searching makes a huge difference. So that's something that's worth considering. So that's one of the first signals. Next signal being those external local signals, which is about 13.6%. So we're also going to have a conversation around citations, those citations that shows your name, address, and phone number, and that's consistent throughout. That's what we consider. That's what we mean when we consider local signals, locational signals. Also, if we go over to on-page signals, 20%. So we have a whole section in this course on-page optimization. So it includes the presence of NAP, your name, address, and phone number, keywords that might be in your title of your homepage and also sprinkled throughout your website, your domain authority, which is a Moz metric. We'll talk about what that means as well. All those things are all around on-page signals. That's about 20%. Link signals, in my judgment, is probably the biggest. I think it's even bigger than on page. That's me personally. And so this has a lot to do with links that's pointing back to your website. So say, for example, if you're a bankruptcy lawyer and you had an opportunity to blog on someone else's website, let's say Avvo.com, and they mention you and they have a link on Avvo pointing back to your website, that's considered a link. And that's considered within the link signals section here. So all that stuff really matters. And, Google's whole system is like a voting system, essentially. Whoever can get the most relevant and authoritative votes, or in this case, links, wins the day. So in this case, as far as link signals are concerned, inbound anchor text, linking domain quality, linking domain authority, all those things really does matter in the long run. Next, review signals. I know that this is at 8.4%, and there is some truth to this. Reviews don't directly impact your rankings necessarily. However, it can indirectly impact them. So, for example, it can impact your behavioral signals down here. So click-through rate, mobile clicks to call, check-in offers, things of that nature. Those things can make a difference, but those things can make a difference because you have more reviews, meaning more people are going to your listing because they see it, they see that you have reviews, they see you have a well built out My Business page. from Google. And so those things really does make a difference. And we have a whole section on how to get reviews, review velocity, making certain that your reviews are diverse, all those things. We're going to have a deep discussion on that as well. And then social signals. Social signals are kind of important, but we don't really talk about it a lot in this course because I just want to focus on the things that really do matter the most. I don't want you guys, veering off to areas that's not going to make the biggest difference. So this is, I kid you not, this is the biggest impact. I mean, yeah, personalization, that's sort of like a white space on some other things. That's kind of in the other area. But all these other things, we're going to really dig deep. And if you nail all of these other things right, I'm telling you, your rankings are going to really go up. You're going to show up more often in the 3-pack, and you're going to do well from a local search perspective. I guarantee it.